So I entered a giveaway, and I was lucky enough to win one of the giveaways on offer. So this arrived in the post a couple of weeks ago, and this is the envelope I've been using to hold my FFOs up, because I kept the envelope. I've just stuck this over my address, but look at the envelope. It all came decorated with these great little stickies, and there's a few on the back, but I won't show because it's got the address of the sender on the back. So this was on a Stitch Too Far's channel, and I think she had several giveaways, and I got a really lovely little package in the post. So I love that even this, the little paper bag, everything was beautifully wrapped. I kept the paper bag because it's so beautiful, but a really sweet little card, tulips of course, because it's from the Netherlands. So thank you very much. This is much appreciated. I love it. It's exciting. So the main thing that I won was this one, and it's a scissor fob by the Sweetheart Tree. And I've not stitched anything from the Sweetheart Tree, but I really like this saying, the keep calm and carry on. But I really like the fact that you've got the opposite, the what does it say, now panic and freak out. And Ingbald's been very kind in that she's included the light and the dark fabric in there. I don't know if you can see both. The DMC thread, and there's just some beads down at the bottom there. So I've got everything I need to complete this, and I love it. It's really nice. It's got some lovely black work on it, or white work, navy blue work, whatever. And as I said, I don't think I've not got a Sweetheart Tree in my collection, so that's a new one for me. But she added a couple of extras in, of course, because Flosstubers are just the most generous people around, aren't they? So I got a beautiful piece of linen. Isn't that beautiful? Same pattern as the bag. Sorry, it's that way round. I just thought the motifs are the wrong way. So all kind of windmills, and it's just beautiful, kind of delft patterns. And I love the blue colours that are used in here. And then, like it matches the bag, she's also included a little cross stitch pattern of a couple very similar to this, but again I don't think I can show you. I don't know if it was a freebie or what it was, but it's only the can I just show really quick? I'll just flick it round. It's that, so you won't be able to stitch it from that. And she's just kind of written the instructions down the side for me. Lovely. I love how everything matches. And then I got a little bit of fabric with sparkling, with a needle minder. And this is, I've not got a needle minder like this, because it comes with one of the wooden buttons on the back, and I really like that. I like that it's actually, most of my other ones have got, I just have a flat magnet, but I like this because you can actually get hold of it very easily. So I might have to just stick some buttons on the needle minders I've got, just to make it a bit more easy to manoeuvre. And I'm wondering if it just means it's not so likely to stick to stuff. So my needle minders sometimes get a bit stuck together. So yeah, wrapping paper, kept all of it. It's all lovely. So thank you very much. I was very excited to come home to this. It felt like my birthday, so that was really fun. So thank you. That made me happy. What else have I got then? So, some purchases. So I know some people don't like watching kind of purchases, so I'm happy. Obviously I don't know what you're going to do if you just watch for 5 seconds and have gone, oh, I can't be bothered, or if you've watched to this point. That's absolutely up to you. I can't remember who it was the other day who said, I think it must have been a comment on Stitch Mania or somewhere, and so, or maybe I did see it on a video, and it was just saying, you know, I really hope that there aren't people out there who are being made to watch Flosstube as some kind of torture, and that's why there's all the kind of the thumbs down going on, because the only thing these people can do, they're tied up, but they can just lean forward and hit the thumbs down button with their nose to express their kind of despair at the torture they're being put under. I probably shouldn't joke about being tortured, but you know, come on people, be nice to each other. I will say some of the reason why I've probably not been doing some Flosstube videos recently is there's just been a lot of stuff going on in this country, and some real tragedies in the last few months, and just does make you think. I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just, I'm very sad for people who've lost people they've loved, and yeah, what can you say? I don't know, but it kind of feels a little bit at the moment. I mean, I know that there's some extremes of people saying that London's under attack and under siege, and I mean, that's rubbish. I was in London on Monday. It doesn't feel any different than it's ever felt at any other time before, apart from the fact that it was 30 odd degrees and it was absolutely sweltering. It wasn't a particularly pleasant day in London from that perspective, but otherwise you wouldn't know any different. And the same for the rest of the country. I wouldn't walk around and think, oh gosh, everybody's awful. Everybody's been quite happy and very British at the moment, because it has been in the 30s this week. So 34.5 I think was the highest we had on Wednesday. So being Brits, we've loved it because we've had something to talk about to everybody. You know how we like to talk about the weather. So yes, so purchases. So this I know Nell is currently doing at Little Yellow House Crafts, and I've jumped on the Sheep in the Meadow bandwagon. I've wanted to do this for ages, and this was my reward, purchasing these for finishing Santa's Village, because I was not going to do this until I had Santa's Village done. And in fact, I'm not going to start it yet. I need to get a few more finishes in first. And I actually haven't got all of the Little House Needleworks ones done. And I kind of went ahead and bought them when I did, because I had the finish, but also because So&So in the UK had an offer on with charts, and I'm pretty sure it was a buy two, get the third one free. But they didn't have all of them in stock. So I just got Friendship, came through the post literally today. So that one's been on back order, because I bought these about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So yeah, so I think beginning of June, so out of my June kind of budget, I purchased these ones. So I've taken a photograph of what it looks like altogether, although I probably need to look into the logistics of that a little bit more, but that's part of it. This one was a eBay purchase, a Madame Chantilly, and I just thought that was very sweet. I really like some of these French patterns, they're so very elegant. What's that called? Bulbs de Pretemps. I don't know again, if you've watched me, you know that I butcher French, so I'm very sorry. But that's the best I could do. That was an eBay, I think a couple of pounds. A lot of these have been eBay, but this one was a purchase from Pole Stitches, and this is Fairy Moon and Mirabilia. Just one to add to my collection, because I didn't have this one. This is quite an early one, 1993. But yeah. Now, I said earlier that my local quilt shop had a sale on, and I was exploring all around the shop. They had it as an open evening for people that go there, like her regular customers. So we got the early invite ahead of the sale that started for the weekend, and it was really good fun. But I was exploring parts of the shop that I hadn't been in before, and I found a stash of cross stitch patterns. So she's got a wall with some cross stitch stuff on. So she's got some, some of the current ones, and I bought a couple of the lavender and lace ladies from her. So I think I bought spring and autumn from her. So there's not a lot, but there's enough. And she's got DMC and of course all the lovely quilting fabric. But I did find a couple of Just Nan ones. So I found this one here. So this is Noah's Needle, and this is a Noah's Ark, which I absolutely love. I love the animals on this one. So you've got the storks at the bottom there, and the peacocks. It's all really beautiful. Absolutely love the colours that are used on this one. Look at those giraffes. Aren't those giraffes cute? So that's one. And then the other one I bought is called Peacock Majesty, and I love this one. I'm not sure about the fabric that they've used, because I think it makes it quite hard. Although actually it shows up on screen better. But isn't that beautiful? That peacock down the bottom. There is a big peacock charm at the top here, which this pattern doesn't come with. So if I'm going to use it, I'd have to chase it down, because there is a spot in the pattern to do that. This was an eBay one. Again, I never bid huge amounts on eBay. If it's up for 99p, I'll put 99p. If I get outbid, I get outbid. But you know, unless I really want it, I don't put lots of money on it, because I think you can get a bit carried away with eBay. So I try and be very controlled. But I loved some of the sayings on here. I quite like that one about dust as a protective covering from the furniture, and the it won't work. And this is the one that caught my eye down here. You see that? As ye sow, so shall ye reap. This month's cross stitch came in. I don't know if anyone's done a flip through, but I do quite like that pattern on the front there of the Greek kind of villa. And I'll tell you what's good about this. I don't know if actually I can show you, but it really caught my eye. Is they've given you colour conversion, so you can do it in the blue, but there's a colour conversion for brights, and there's a colour conversion for a softer palette. Isn't that really cool? I really like that. That just really caught my eye. I do actually quite like the blue, but then when I was looking through it, I was a bit like, I don't think I can decide which one I like the best. But really lovely. This was a eBay, and this came with something. So this wasn't the chart that I was originally bidding on. This is Treasured Snowflakes and Trees, but I like it. But it came in a pack with this one, Cross Stitch Crazy. I think this is a Jeremiah Junction. Yeah, Jeremiah Junction. So cross stitch forever, housework whenever, and then a few variants on it. I thought that was really cute. eBay, this is by somebody I've not heard of, Bright Needle, or maybe I have heard of her. I don't know. Elizabethan Garden Sampler. I thought this was a little bit different than anything I've done before. But quite a nice, cute little pattern. Charted in DMC. Charity shop finds. This little kit from Lanart. Must have been a theme. Somebody was going after balloons, because there was also this one in the same charity shop, but brighter colourways. This is a something special DMC kit. Balloons. And then this little anchor one. The dragonfly, which I think is lovely. And this is an anchor kit, so it was originally $12.99 and I paid $1.95 for it, but it's all kitted up, so it's got this lovely green fabric. Because I was a bit like, do I like it? I like the dragonfly, but I'm not sure about the bulrush. But it comes kitted with everything in it, so I might well just stitch it as it is. But I thought if I ever change my mind, I could at least use the linen for that price. And they did have some back old copies of magazines, so I just picked up. I didn't buy all of them, but there was at least one pattern in each I liked. So this one's got The Stitching Angel by Jane Elliott. Oops. Or was it this one? I quite like that sampler at the bottom. What was in this one? Oh, this one had a really pretty lady in it. Pretty lady. I love the colours. And this one, what page is she? She's an Art Nouveau. I like the Art Nouveau designs as well, but isn't that gorgeous? And I think each of these was about 75p. Yeah, 75p. So they've got the kits that came with them as well. And then I bought the latest issue of Cross Stitch Crazy. Mainly because it comes with this free Emma, I never know how to pronounce it, Emma Congdon, and it's a summer chart book, and as you can see it's got lots of, she likes typography, doesn't she, so there's those ones, but there's a real mixture of them in here. Does it say how many patterns? 50 exclusive charts within this one, so I know a lot of people out there like her, so I mean, those, aren't they beautiful? So, I like those. And And is that it? I think that's everything. Just looking around. Yeah, that's enough, isn't it? Stitch from Stash wise, kind of organised. I forgot to fill in one of my months when I was doing this, and it's mainly because this is how I keep track of things. This is January. February and March were written on a bit of paper, and I lost that for a while, but I found it. April finally made it into the book. So I know some people are very organised with it, but I'm clearly not one of them. So I worked it out that since January, and this is quite shocking considering I've been on a budget, I have still managed to spend £168.32p. And that's a lot of money when you start writing it down and adding it up. But then I also think, I mean, I haven't added some of the latest stuff because that's just been in this last month. But that's a lot of money, really, when you think about it. And I don't know if I had 170 quid in my hand, whether I'd go out and use it to buy cross-stitch with. I might, actually, knowing me. But the other thing that makes me think about this is I've obviously been very conscious of what I'm buying and not buying a lot. And I've still spent almost £170. So yeah, it does really make you think, actually. And I suppose that's part of it. I have really thought about what I've been spending my money on. Just realised there was one more purchase. I did find a Joan Elliott Oriental Odyssey book in a charity shop last week for £1.50. And I was really pleased to find this because the quilt that I'm doing at the moment, there's one more square to do, and then there's lots of filler squares to make it up to whatever size you want to do it in. But the next quilt that we're due to start is a Japanese themed quilt. So it's got some hand stitching on it. But the lady who's designed the quilt used this book as her inspiration. So I know that she got the outline for the fan from this book. Because I took the book in because she was talking about what pattern she was using, and I was like, oh, look what I found. You know, because she said that she had a couple of, there was one that she hadn't found, she hadn't decided what she was going to do for it. And she said, oh, well, that's the book that I used. And I thought that was quite funny, but because she's a very talented lady. She's knits, crochets, quilts, has done cross stitch, all sorts. I'm going to find it. There is that's the pattern. Let me show you the pattern. She used, there's the actual picture. She used the outline of one of the kimonos as inspiration as well. So it's just amazing what you can use all of these things for. But yeah, for £1.50, I thought there's a couple in there that I really like, so I'll add that to my collection. The only other thing I can think about is somebody asked me about some of the needleminders I had. This was quite a while ago, and I can't remember if I answered you or not. I think I went to look something up, and I have a feeling I didn't ever get back to you. And I don't know what needleminders it was you were talking about, because I bought a couple like this, which isn't actually a needleminder. I think it was designed as a card topper. So it's made of some really light, I don't know if it's paper clay or polymer clay, but it's really, really very light. And I bought these from Angel's Nest on Etsy. And I bought a few of these little things, and they're really lovely. And then also on Etsy, I bought, this is one I haven't done anything with, they're the little charms that obviously quite a few needle minder makers and sellers use, and they clip off this top bit and then just attach a magnet on the back. And I bought these from somewhere called Gumball Candy Beads, and they were £2.69 each, so quite a bit cheaper. And I don't think I paid, did I pay import tax on these? There was a couple of things I bought where I got charged import tax, and I can't remember if this was one of them, but I bought about 4 or 5 of these. So I'm sorry I've kept you waiting for a long time, and I hopefully you see this and now know it. I think that's it, and I think that's enough, because that's going to be probably just over an hour, and I'm probably not going to be able to stick it all together, so I might have to do some chopping and editing, because I have a feeling now with YouTube, last time I did it, it didn't like a video that was over an hour. So I probably should stop talking, which I will do. So I might edit some stuff out. So if there's a few cuts and jumps, then I apologise, but you know, I'm not Scorsese. I'm just just me. So yeah, thank you for watching.